Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we're really getting into something quite powerful, insights from a source called the triggered mind, inner wars and outer consequences.
Our goal here is to explore how our inner thoughts, those battles we often fight silently, affect not just us, but, well, everything around us. And it starts with this really surprising idea right off the bat. Calm people often carry the most unspoken wars. Kind of makes you stop and think, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. That paradox is, well, it's fascinating. We tend to see calm on the outside and assume peace on the inside. But this source suggests that composure can actually hide significant internal struggles, like a calm lake surface, but with really strong currents underneath. It shows what's really at stake when we talk about our mental state, really challenges assumptions.
That's a key point.
Yeah.
So these unspoken wars, what are they fought with? The source uses this very strong metaphor of a grenade. What's that about? Right, the grenade. It's pretty central. It represents those really potent, unchecked emotions, things like anger, maybe deep resentment, hatred, even ego. And the text points out that someone could look very thoughtful, the classic thinking man pose. But internally, they might be holding on to thoughts that are, frankly, toxic or
Yeah.
harmful. It's this disconnect. Someone can seem introspective, but
Huh.
might be harboring these destructive inner conflicts, sort of ready to detonate.
Wow. Okay. So even silence isn't necessarily peaceful.
Exactly. It impacts the person, of course, but also potentially everyone around them, even if nothing is said out loud.
And then the triggered mind zooms out, right?
Yeah.
Talks about society being shattered along lines like religion, politics, gender, caste,
Yeah.
ideology, big stuff. How do these personal grenades lead to that kind of fragmentation?
Well, the source connects it directly to our age of instant expression.
Hmm.
Think about it, a single tweet, right? Or a meme, maybe just a word taken the wrong way. The source says it can ignite mass outrage or a personal breakdown, just like that.
Huh.
So we're not just having thoughts anymore. We're effectively weaponizing them, turning them into hate, violence, cancel culture, extremism, all of it.
Weaponizing thoughts. That's a heavy concept.
It is. And the really chilling part is the observation that when our minds are filled with rigid beliefs and zero compassion, they don't engage. They just explode.
Explode.
Yeah, because, as the text says, we fundamentally stopped listening. There's no room left for understanding, just reaction.
That paints a pretty stark picture. So if our inner worlds can be this destructive, what does that mean for us, for our personal responsibility?
This is really the core message, the urgent call to action from the triggered mind. It boils down to three clear things. Guard your mind, train your thoughts, heal your pain.
Guard, train, heal.
Exactly. Because the consequence is profound.
Mhm.
What's in your head can save the world or set it on fire. It puts the power and the responsibility squarely back on us, on our inner state.
Okay, so wrapping this up, the big takeaway seems to be the immense, often hidden power of what's going on inside our heads, these unspoken wars, and how directly that impacts our own lives and, the whole social landscape.
Precisely. And it leaves us with a really provocative thought to consider. If our minds truly hold that kind of power to save the world or set it on fire, then think about this. What could happen if you intentionally put effort into, say, training your thoughts and healing your pain? Could that effort contribute not just to your own peace, but maybe, just maybe, help mend some of those shatter lines in society the source talks about? It's definitely something to reflect on how you might start guarding your own mind, maybe starting today.